Let's consider the field in episode 27. Ranging and chaining are obstructed along A, B, B, C, C, D and D, A. Ranging and chaining are not possible along this line, along this line, along this line and along this line. We calculated the lengths of the sides AB, BC, CD and DA. By constructing this small quadrilateral, we calculated the lengths of AB, BC, CD and DA. For demarcating a part of specified area, we had to measure a certain length from B on BC and from A on AD. From this B point, we had to measure some distance from B on this line and some distance from A on this line. Because these two lines obstruct ranging and chaining, we can't measure these lengths, these sides of the part. The case in the previous episode 31 was lines obstructed ranging and chaining. In the previous episode, these lines obstructed ranging and chaining, and in this episode also these lines obstruct ranging and chaining. Second point is lengths of the lines were unknown. The lengths of AB, BC, CD and DA were unknown. Points at specified lengths from A and B on BC and AD were to be fixed. If a point was to be fixed here and a point was to be fixed here, and we could not fix these points because we can't range this line, we can't measure this line. The case in this episode, however, is lines obstruct ranging and chaining as before. These lines obstruct ranging and chaining as before. Lengths of lines this time, however, are known. These lengths are known. In the previous episode, these lengths were not known. Points at specified lengths from B and A on BC and AD are to be fixed as before. One point has to be fixed here, one point has to be fixed here, and in this previous case also one point had to be fixed here and one point had to be fixed here. So simply saying, the problem is we have a line AB, we know the length of AB, but AB obstructs ranging and chaining. We must fix a point G on AB, the distance between A and G being 60 feet 0 inches. We fix a new point C here. AC must be as short as possible and B must be visible from C. These two conditions are to be met. After meeting these two conditions, we measure AC, and AC is 48 feet 8 inches and BC is 132 feet 3 inches. Now we fix D and E on BC. We measure BE and BD. BE is 65 feet 4 inches and BD is 92 feet 9 inches. This figure belongs to BC, the distance between B and C, 132 feet 3 inches. Angle ABC is 19.902 485 04 degrees. Angle ABC, this angle, we know this side BC, we know this side AB, we know this side AC. So we can calculate this angle by applying cosine rule. So we got the angle 19.902 48504 degrees. Now we must calculate BG. Simple. We know the length 142 feet 10 inches. We know the length AG 60 feet 0 inches. So if we deduct 60 feet from 142 feet 10 inches, we get the length of BG. So BG is equal to 82 feet 10 inches. This length is 82 feet 10 inches. Applying cosine rule, we get the side DG. We know this angle. We know this side. We know this side. So applying cosine rule, we can get the side DG. And DG after calculation is 31.8769296915 feet. After converting this decimal figure into feet and inches, we get 31 feet 10.5 inches. We again apply cosine rule. We choose the same angle, but this time we choose this side BE and the same side in the previous case BG. So after applying cosine rule, we get EG. EG is 30.865912.789 feet. After conversion, this becomes 30 feet 10.5 inches roughly. Now we know this length, we know this length, we know this point, we know this point. We measure 31 feet 10.5 inches from here and 30 feet 10.5 inches from here. We hold the hook of a tape here and we keep our finger at 31 feet 10.5 inches mark on this tape, and on the other tape we hold the hook here and we keep our finger at 30 feet 10.5 inches, and both these fingers must coincide, and that will be G. So we have successfully located G on AB, though this line is not rangeable or chainable. This method doesn't violate the principle working from the whole to the part. We must, however, see to it that the triangle GDE must be a well-conditioned one. A well-conditioned one is described in episode 12, last lines. Little or no clearance of shrubs becomes necessary at G. We can see G from through the shrubs. I think we can see G from here also through the shrubs. If we can't see, some clearance of shrubs becomes necessary.